Today I'm giving my reaction to UFC 276. This was just a couple days ago. Honestly, bro, as you can see from my reaction, the card was alright. On paper, it looked like the best card of the year. Performances, nothing close. I think 3 or 4 finishes throughout the entire card. Sean O'Malley versus Pedro Munoz was canceled. We'll get more into it. Before I start though, like and subscribe. Turn on your post noties. We're posting consistently every week. Make sure you tune in. Show some love. I'm just going to be giving my reaction to the 4 fights that I predicted for this card. Before I get into that, honorable mentions. Donald Cerrone did retire on a Saturday. Honestly, it's kind of heartbreaking. He's been in the UFC for so long, but the way he did it, I think was the perfect way. He went out after, he did everything he possibly could do in the sport. He fought his best and everything, and he really did create a great name for himself. He got a lot of love from the fans. A lot of people can relate to Cowboy. It's just a small town guy, not looking for too much in life, but just to have fun and enjoy himself. And so a lot of people admire him, and of course they're going to show him a lot of love when he retires like that. So farewell, Cowboy. But good news for Jim Miller is he now solidified himself as the most wins, with the most wins in the UFC at 24. So that's pretty impressive. I know he's getting up there in age, but it just shows that he's been doing this forever. And honestly, he looked real good in the fight. He looked very smooth, very quick at his age. And he submitted Cowboy Cerrone in the first round. Also, honorable mention, Jalen Turner. If you guys don't know who this kid is, he is a straight monster. I've watched his last 3 fights. They've all been finishes in the first round. And what he did to Brad Riddle is something a lot of people haven't been able to do to Brad yet. And Jalen Turner, within 45 seconds, 30 seconds of the fight, had Brad Riddle rocked on the floor and submitted him. I had a feeling before the fight, like, he was going to pop off like this, and that's exactly what happened. I'm super excited to see what's next for him. I know a lot of people are not going to be calling that fight, but let's see what the matchmakers can do. So, good shit, Jalen Turner. Let's just get straight into the main card. To kick it off, Pedro Munoz versus Sean O'Malley. I was very excited for it, as y'all could tell from my last video. In my predictions, I thought Sean was going to win. We got into the fight. Although they weren't able to finish the fight and show us what we wanted to see, what we were able to see was that Sean was checking a lot of leg kicks, which just shows IQ, especially against a vet like Pedro Munoz, and his choice of attack was to be leg kicks, and Sean O'Malley completely waved it off by checking almost all of them. When we moved on to the second round, though, honestly, when Pedro caught the eye poke and, took his time off, he looked fine. It's hard to say from a viewer's point of view, but it just looked like he did not want to be there. He takes this. He already took a cup check with a pretty high front kick. I'm not sure if that really hit him in the cup, but he took his minute off to rest and everything. And once the eye poke came, it's like he just quit, like straight up. Like, he took the eye poke. He's like, man, that's 2 times in a row. Like, bro, you're a grown man, bro. You're getting punched in the face in training all camp to take, like, it just didn't make too much sense to me, and it really did disappoint me, and it was not a good start to the card. But what picked the card up was that Robbie Lawler versus Brian Barbina fight. I think that's how you say his name. Probably not. I'm not sure. Bro, Robbie Lawler is a savage, bro. But the dude he was versing, Brian Barberena, he's a monster, bro. The way he was fighting, and he wasn't just throwing straights and jabs. He was throwing charging elbows. The way he was able to mix it up and keep his composure against a guy like Robbie Lawler, it was really fun to see. It made me very happy. Robbie Lawler did lose. He got caught in a flurry in the second round, and he just doesn't have it like he used to. It was hard to see that, but Robbie still is a skilled veteran. He was able to put nice combos on Brian Barberena, knocking him off balance, and definitely won that first round. But Brian Barberena is a really good sport. He's got a really good head on his shoulders, and he was able to stay in there, keep mixing it up, and just keep his composure. I didn't talk about that in the last video, but I just could not miss it. Moving on to the fight of the night for sure, Alex Pereira versus Sean Strickland. I know I had Sean Strickland winning, and that's because I thought he was going to use his grappling, but wow, he chose the wrong road. He tried to stand up with Alex Pereira, and within the first round, one of the first exchanges, left Sean Strickland unconscious after 4 years of not losing. It was hard to watch Sean Strickland lose like that because honestly, I've never seen him be hurt like that. And Alex Pereira, man, this dude's hands are made out of stone, bro. He knocked Alex. His left hook, the same one he put Izzy out with, cleared Sean. And undoubtedly, he has a title shot coming next. So tune in for that. My predictions will be coming for that. Another heartbreaking story, Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. I thought Volkanovski was going to win. Not in the fashion he did. He dominated Max Holloway the first round through the 5th round. Honestly, like I said in my prediction video, Alexander Volkanovski is just leaps and bounds above Max. And he just keeps showing us that. I think one thing that was messing with Max is his timing. It was super off, you know. Usually he's the leader in exchanges and putting the pressure on you, but as said before, if Volk could have kept that pressure on, which he did, he kept that pressure from round 1 to round 5. He did what I thought and destroyed Max. And honestly, bro, he didn't even look hurt, tired. He looked like he could have gone for another 5 rounds. And this is what a true champion looks like. After the fight, he's thinking about moving up weight class. But honestly, the fact that he's able to beat Max like that 3 times should show you guys something. And if you guys haven't already noticed, it's time to take notice. This might be our featherweight GOAT. I don't want to piss none of y'all off, but it's just facts, bro. Before I get into the main event, if y'all think Volkanovski can go up to 155 and beat Charles, you're drunk. Next, Israel Adesanya versus Jared Cannonier. What a snooze fest. We've been through this time after time after time. I haven't seen Israel Adesanya knock somebody out since 2020. I get it, he's a champion. I get it, he's winning. But although he was winning, as a fan, I hate it. I hate watching Israel fights. He stays on the outside the whole time. He doesn't engage in any flurries anymore. It's hard for me to watch. And I thought this fight was going to bring that out of him. And it didn't. He sat back. He sat on his jab. Granted, he won the fight. And I do think he won the fight. He hit him with leg kicks. But it's just like, this is the same thing we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Jared Cannonier comes after a fight. And I look at him and I'm like, did he just fight my middleweight champion? He looks fine. And this is my problem with Israel right now. So he took his win. Obviously, next is Alex Pereira. It's okay because we have somebody just like Israel, but who, you know what? He's going to stand and bang, and he's going to try to go for that knockout. And he's shown it twice in his career already. Honestly, though, I want you guys to let me know how you feel about the card. If Max really got dominated, is Israel more dominant than what I'm saying? Can Alex Pereira take the belt from Israel? Let me know in the comments. And once again, it was good to see y'all. Stay smooth.